Criminals have a remarkable talent for believing every bad plan will somehow work out. Reality usually has other ideas, and the moments that follow are often far stranger than anyone could have predicted. Stay with us as these stories unfold. The armed suspect thought getting away was the hard part. He managed to leave the store, but escaping responsibility was another story. Justice caught up with him fast. You have to give this guy points for creativity, just not for common sense. While wandering through a Walmart in Belle Isle, he grabbed a crowbar from the auto department, used it to pry open a cash drawer, and ran off with the money. Turns out, Walmart was selling the tool he needed to commit the crime. These three masked robbers stormed into a Redwood City jewelry store, expecting everyone to obey. Instead, the owner fought back, firing his legally owned handgun and sending the suspects running for the exit in a matter of seconds. They came looking for jewelry, but left with nothing except panic. This robber thought he had picked an easy target. Instead, he came face to face with an armed store employee. The moment the employee drew a firearm, the suspect's confidence vanished, and he bolted for the door. These robbers thought they had an easy score at a jewelry store in El Monte. Instead, they were met by brave employees and quick-thinking bystanders who fought back and stopped the robbery. They came for jewelry, but left empty-handed and running for their lives. This robber thought he was walking into an easy score. When he demanded cash, the cashier fought back with pepper spray, chased him outside, and helped stop him until police arrived. He came for money, but left with a broken laptop and a pair of handcuffs waiting. This thief successfully broke into a shoe store, but completely failed at the shopping part. He stole 8 shoes from Clean Soles in Virginia, only to realize they were all for the right foot, unless he had a very unusual pair of legs. You've got to be kidding me. They spent all that effort smashing the glass, only to realize it was tougher than their robbery skills. The employees saved everyone the noise and handed over the gold. Sometimes the easiest way out is the most embarrassing one. Hundreds of dollars in stolen liquor? Bad idea. Getting caught immediately? Even worse. This guy turned a simple theft attempt into one expensive lesson he won't forget. This guy walked into a Chicago gas station thinking he was the toughest person in the room, until someone turned the tables and sent him running faster than his own getaway plan. These guys really thought they had the perfect robbery planned. They threatened the clerk with a gun, tied him up, and tried forcing him to open the safe. But one quick 911 call changed everything. The clerk escaped, alerted the officers, a gun was recovered at the scene, and all 4 suspects were arrested without anyone getting hurt. Breaking into someone else's home was already a bad decision. Letting the security camera capture a clear close-up of his face made it even worse. Phoenix police have the video, so this story probably won't end the way the burglar hoped. One distracted the employees at the front of the store, while the other held the door open. They grabbed the merchandise and ran out without paying. Teamwork like that is nothing to be proud of. He tried to be as quiet as a mouse while stealing the package, but the security camera caught every sneaky step. Turns out the only thing he successfully delivered was evidence. Moving into a new home should be an exciting fresh start, not a surprise visit from a thief. Luckily, this homeowner recognized the neighbor and was able to recover the stolen TV that same night. The robbery happened in just a matter of moments. The suspect entered with a gun, confronted the store employee, jumped over the counter, grabbed the cash from the register, and fled north. Quick getaway or not, every move was caught on surveillance, and that's usually where the real investigation begins. These robbers showed up with hammers, expecting an easy smash and grab. Instead, they were met by employees charging at them with swords. The robbery ended before it even began. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and the jewelry stayed exactly where it belonged. Armed with nothing but a baseball bat and his courage, the pet store owner rushed over to help the neighboring jewelry store. He admitted he was terrified, but standing by and doing nothing was never an option for him. A blanket might hide your face from people, but not always from modern surveillance. This armed robber thought he covered every detail, yet investigators still have clear video to work with. Imagine coming home and realizing strangers have invaded your own space. This homeowner is understandably upset and is asking the public for help identifying the people responsible. When crime hits a neighborhood, it doesn't just affect one person, it affects everyone who lives there. These two made it look effortless. One distracted the customer, while the other pulled the purse closer with his foot, before casually walking away with it. A few seconds of distraction was all they needed. This wasn't a random robbery. It was a coordinated team effort. One distracted, one pointed the gun, and one watched the entrance while they cleaned out the register and grabbed cartons of cigarettes before taking off. Everything looked normal, until an intruder changed the entire night in seconds. Basic precautions like locked doors and staying aware may seem simple, but they can be lifesavers. A pizza delivery turned into a nightmare in seconds. Thankfully, the driver escaped without getting hurt. No paycheck is worth risking your life. Stay alert out there, especially during late-night deliveries. Nine suspects were arrested after investigators linked them to a string of highway thefts and robberies around Bari. They may have owned the roads for a while, but now they're taking a very different ride, in a police vehicle. The store owner showed incredible courage by chasing away an armed robber with nothing but a knife. And fortunately, this time it ended well. But the truth is, confronting someone with a gun is extremely dangerous. No possession is worth risking your life for. The robber hit the ground so fast I thought the Wi-Fi had disconnected. Then he suddenly came back to life and ran off like nothing had happened. That's an Oscar-worthy performance. This Canadian store owner wasn't about to let criminals have an easy day. Armed with pepper spray and plenty of determination, he chased the robbers off. Safe to say, the only thing burning harder than their getaway was their pride, and maybe their pants. He managed to get away this time, but coming back to the same gas station twice in one day wasn't exactly a genius move. The security cameras got a perfect look at him, and that's usually where the countdown to an arrest begins. Imagine risking a prison sentence over chocolate. Richnov police are trying to find him before he finishes all 380 bars and turns the evidence into dessert. The robber thought flashing a gun would make for an easy payday. He got the cash and ran. But security cameras, witnesses, and investigators have a way of turning a quick robbery into a long prison sentence. Dressed in black, with a hood, gloves, and a large knife, the teenager thought fear would do all the work. After stealing cash from the first store, he targeted a post office next. This time, a quick-thinking employee fought back, turning an armed robbery into a failed getaway.
Yo!
The security system deserves an Oscar for that performance. I'd be running too.
Yo!
These thieves didn't need to break a window or hotwire the car. A relay attack let them steal a Rolls-Royce in seconds. Keeping your key fob in a Faraday pouch is a simple way to make this trick much harder to pull off. These suspects walked in like they were the stars of an action movie, confident, fearless, and in control. But the moment the situation changed, that confidence disappeared faster than their escape. Sometimes the toughest-looking criminals are the first ones to run. This guy showed up ready for a crime, but the car's security system had other plans. No damage, no stolen property, just a thief running away with a serious reality check. The thieves may have thought no one was watching. They were wrong. Every step of the robbery was caught on surveillance video, giving police valuable evidence that could lead straight to the suspects. He looked so nervous, constantly glancing around like it was his first time shoplifting. After slipping 2 soda bottles into his jacket, he probably thought nobody noticed. Too bad the security cameras never blink. What started as a shoplifting quickly turned into an armed robbery. One suspect stole several jerseys, another acted as his lookout, and a third brandished a gun to keep the employee from stopping them. Moments later, they all ran out of the store with the stolen items. He grabbed 2 packs of candy, jumped on his bike, and thought he'd made the perfect getaway. What he forgot was that security cameras had already captured every second of his theft and his escape. Talk about the worst possible place to hide. As police searched the city for a wanted suspect, officers had already circulated his photo everywhere. Trying to lose the chase, the suspect wandered into a store, only to run straight into an undercover cop who recognized him instantly and made the arrest.
Homie? I'm putting you on camera, so if anything happens... Hey, homie, let me... You come in. No, you shot at those dudes.
You've got to be kidding me. After allegedly assaulting a 7-Eleven employee, the suspect ran straight into a third-degree Gracie black belt. The Brazilian jiu-jitsu professor calmly restrained him and waited for police to finish the job. Treating someone else's car like a trampoline is a great way to turn a bad joke into an expensive mistake. Vehicle repairs aren't cheap, and neither are the consequences. A late-night package almost disappeared before it even made it inside. Luckily, the family's Ring video doorbell let LaTanya's son spot the porch pirate in real time, and a quick warning over two-way talk was all it took to send the thief running. 1 second, the thieves could see everything. The next, the entire room disappeared behind a wall of dense security fog. Fast, harmless, and residue-free. This system doesn't stop the robbers. It simply makes stealing nearly impossible. Five masked robbers disabled the home's security system, drove straight into the garage, and stormed inside with guns and duffel bags, expecting an easy score. What they didn't expect was the homeowner waiting upstairs with a firearm, forcing the entire crew to run for their lives. Jack Hilton broke into a doctor's office thinking he'd get away with it. Instead, his crime spree ended in a Costa coffee, when police armed with tasers moved in. Justice finally caught up with him.
Put your hands up!
About lucky timing. The robbery fell apart the moment the thief crashed off his own motorcycle, giving the victim a chance to escape unharmed. The robber walked into a Houston convenience store, pulled a handgun on the cashier, demanded the money, and took off with the cash. He may have escaped the store, but hopefully not the investigation. The passenger rushed in to steal the ring, while the driver took care of the getaway, and they thought it would all be over in just a few seconds. It turned out that stealing the ring was much easier than escaping the consequences. These thieves had the whole operation planned out. One distracted the elderly shopper, one stole the wallet, and another waited outside as the getaway driver. It looked smooth, but security cameras and a police investigation brought the entire crew down. He came for the gold, but the owner handed him something even more valuable, a reality check. Turns out not every jewelry store is an easy payday. You've got to be kidding me. He believed the escape was over the moment he left the scene. Meanwhile, the cameras had his face, witnesses had the details, and police were already connecting the dots. That's a getaway with an expiration date. That smile said it all. Is this really your best idea? The robber suddenly looked less scary. Every case reminds us that reckless choices rarely unfold the way they're imagined. Whether it's quick thinking, ordinary people stepping up, or simple bad judgment catching up with someone, the truth has a way of rewriting every plan. If you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves real crime stories.